There has been another radiation release at the WIP site near Carlsbad.
The U.S. Department of Energy says this one happened last week. They say it was low level, like the other that happened since two underground incidents last month closed the radioactive waste storage site. The federal government says there is no health hazard from the release to workers or the public. The DOE and the WIP contractor are still working on plans to send investigators below ground to see exactly what is going on there. Of course, we're going to keep you updated. And the U.S. Nuclear Waste Technical Review Board is scheduled to have a public meeting today to talk about research and development when it comes to disposing of radioactive waste, and they are also going to talk about the WIP site. If you're interested in going, begins at 8 this morning at the Santa Fe Meeting Room at the Marriott Hotel in Albuquerque. That is on Louisiana, just north of the interstate in Uptown. Well, that WIP leak isn't the only cause for concern for folks in Carlsbad this morning. This giant sinkhole is threatening to swallow up a big chunk of town, but engineers may be close to a solution. The Albuquerque engineering firm called AMEC has come up with 5 scenarios to deal with the 190-foot deep man-made salt well cavern. Right now, the sinkhole, get this, is 670 feet long by 450 feet wide. It was created by 30 years of oil field companies pumping water into old salt mines to extract brine for drilling. The full study will be done in June.
The Bernalillo County District Attorney's son is arrested on drunk driving charges again. Police arrested 25-year-old Justin Koch at an APD checkpoint early Sunday morning. They say he failed a field sobriety test and refused to take a breathalyzer. He is the son of DA Carrie Brandenburg. He's now charged with aggravated DWI. Koch is also facing larceny and forgery charges in a case stemming from last year. We do have an update to that story that we brought you yesterday morning that had part of a main freeway closed off. The driver of the car that rolled over on the I-25 frontage road near Comanche is dead. Police say the driver overcorrected, causing the car to roll. They say the woman was in her early 20s and was not wearing a seatbelt. She was ejected and pinned under the vehicle. Investigators do not know yet if alcohol or drugs played a role. Her name has yet to be released. A fired educational assistant charged with rape may also lose his certification with the state. 29-year-old Carlos Ventura Garcia is accused of having a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old student at Valley High School where he worked. He's been fired from APS. Now the Public Education Department, which licensed educational assistants, is considering whether Ventura Garcia's license should be suspended or revoked. He worked at Valley High School since 2011.
Albuquerque police say medical investigators now know the name of the man officers shot and killed this weekend in the foothills, but they are not releasing it until they find his family. We have learned the man was a mentally ill transient with a lengthy criminal history, which included attacks on police. People living near this standoff near Tramway and Copper say they heard the man threatening to kill officers. This was late Sunday afternoon. Police say the man was armed with knives and the crisis intervention team tried to talk him down. After non-lethal force did not work, APD shot the man. Well, today we could learn more about the criminal investigation of former Albuquerque Public Schools Police Chief Steve Tellez. The investigation deals with some ammunition taken from an APS police storage room. The district turned the investigation over to the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department this week. So far, no charges have been filed. Mr. Tellez was fired earlier this month after 10 years on the job.
The school bus company that is contracted by APS to run its buses says surveillance cameras could soon be put in buses. Michael Herrera, the owner of Herrera's school buses, says he believes putting cameras in may help curb things like the recent alleged road rage incident that a bus driver was in, and that she had kids in the bus at the time. We told you about that at the top of the hour. Well, he says that some of the buses had cameras before, but parents had complained about them.
It was beneficial because the kids behaved on the bus because they knew they were being filmed. And even the driver, of course, they knew they were being filmed too, so it settled things down.
Herrera says installing cameras are very expensive. He can't foot the bill alone, and that, he says, is a big roadblock. New Mexico is still pushing for automaker Tesla to bring its battery factory here and build it.
It would be great. Governor Susana Martinez is even considering a special session of the legislature to help attract Tesla here. The electric car maker, plans to build a $6 billion plant, which would give more than 6,000 people jobs. New Mexico has made the Final Four in the competition. The governor says a special session may be needed to complete an economic package for Tesla. Democrats say they'll go for it if there's strong evidence it'll seal the deal.
If you're going to bring us back, there should be some strong gentleman agreements between Tesla and the state of New Mexico that if we provide this incentive or change this statute, that it will produce fruit.
One incentive that could be crucial would cut electric rates for companies like Tesla. The House passed a bill to do that this year, but it died in the Senate. All right, 5:37. If you're in the market for a job, we have 2 career fairs to tell you about. The first one is today at New Mexico Workforce Connection on Mountain Road in the northeast part of town. It goes from 11 to 2. Sparkle Maintenance is looking for janitors, supervisors, and other workers. The second job fair is with several companies. It's being held at the Loma Colorado Library. That's on Loma Colorado Drive in Rio Rancho. That goes from 11 to 3 today. Bring your resumes, dress to impress. You know the drill.